What's up, gang? It's your boy Junior Barco. Welcome to the Boys Are In podcast. I will be your host for today. And I got my co-host over here, slash friends, Ulises. Say what's up, man.
What's going on?
Elian, what it do,
Yo,
baby?
Aaron KC.
My dog, Skylar. I see you.
Hey, yeah, you already know, baby. I'm in here like swimwear.
That was coming.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Very first episode. I'm pretty excited to get it going. It's about time. It was long overdue. We've been talking about this for a good minute now. We finally got it lifted up off the ground. But first things first, I think people want to kind of know like how we met, and where we all started. So Ulises, you want to take it from here?
Got Elian, got my cousin Junior. Elian's my brother. About third grade, started hooping, started dominating this guy named Skylar. Next year, fourth grade, he ended up asking me to play on his travel team, and that's how me and him kind of became lifelong brothers after that. Yeah. So ask who won in the free throw contest.
Who won in the free throw contest? Let me know.
Your boy.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
Get out of here with that, man.
Skylar, I want to hear your version of this. Like, so how did it all start? So obviously, I want to start off by saying me, Ulises, and Elian, we're cousins. So we've known each other since little bitty, since diapers, right? And homies hanging out. Skylar came into the picture later on in life, but still in our childhood, or at least for Ulises. For me, it was a little bit later. But go ahead, Skyrod. Go ahead and say your version.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my name is Skylar. I'm just excited to be on this podcast, man, and really just talk about sports and like how we came together and everything like that. So that's all good. But honestly, the first time that I saw Ulises, it's not gonna lie, he was playing for Yarborough. I was playing for Goodwill. And there was one of my teammates, he goes, "Hey, he's short like you, and he's a little bit faster than you. You better go catch his ass." And I'm like, I bet. I'm in there like swimwear, like I'm ready. And ever since then, like, I don't know, it was like I was drawn to him, I'm like, all right, I gotta know what this dude's about, like on the real. And then, like he said, a couple years later, like we started hooping and things like that. I saw him again at the free throw contest. He says he won. I didn't see no trophies, so it is what it is.
I got that medal somewhere. I got that medal.
Somebody's lying. We got to see this medal. We got to see some proof.
Yeah.
For all I know, Skyrock could have locked Ulises down. Just
you already know.
Didn't happen.
So
and,
yeah, no.
Do you remember this? You were probably a little bitty.
Hell no.
So I started, hanging out with Ulises, and we start being boys and everything. Well, I would give Ulises a call, and guess who would answer? This guy over here, Elian, and he'd be maybe 3 or 4 years old, man. He was a young Thundercat, and it was one where, hey, it's Skylar. He couldn't even say my name. It's Skylar. And then he would yell. He would yell at this dude. He'd be like, "Ulises!" Like he would be yelling out his ass, bro.
Yelling from across the house, huh?
Yeah. And that's how we like all came together, and then. You have, Bobbles and his brother, fucking forgot his name, your cousin. What's his name?
One? Israel.
Oliver.
Izzy.
No. I knew Izzy as Bobbles. Like that's how I knew Izzy before everything else. And I just y'all took me in, man. Like I feel part of the family at this point, man. I've known y'all for a long time.
We're bros. I'll piggyback off of that story. I knew of you, and I knew that you were Ulises' homeboy, because I am a little bit older than you guys, right? But I think the very first time that I ever did really get to know you or meet you was at my house. I threw a party one time, and I invited Ulises, and then Ulises, he invited you. Mm-hmm. And so you came over, and then we just kind of hit it off from there. We got to know each other a little bit more. I think you knew that I was valid just because I was Ulises' cousin.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
and then we just.
You say that though, but I remember you from a long, long time ago. Kenzie, we were at her house and we were doing a third grade tournament, and you rolled up with your brother. And I remember seeing you and Ray like, "Hey, you're listening to little homeboy." I'm like, "Yeah," and then you're like, "All right, bet," and y'all rolled off. But I remember that moment, dude. It was way back in the day.
I don't remember that, to be honest with you. I don't.
No, I do. It's just
that,
an impact,
Yeah, the first memorable moment was when I had that party. And I think you had just graduated. I think you were in college at UCO at the time, I believe, and you had came down for the holiday. It might have been like Thanksgiving break or even Christmas break. And I had a party at my old house. And I remember we started talking about some things. You started mentioning how I was funny. I'm basically a comedian. I'm like, yeah, you right. He was spitting facts that night. Then I remember you telling me like, he's like, dude, you remind me of this one guy. You sound like this Mexican comedian. You told me to check him out, and I never could find that comedy show, but that's something that I vividly remember. And I was like, what? Okay,
I'll
so I
post it
thought
in
that
the
was fun.
chat. I'll post it
All
in the
right.
chat. I'll send out the link. I'll send it over to you.
All right, chat. Yeah, put it in there, and I'll check it out.
Bet.
Let's get Elian in there. Elian, I've known him since he was a little baby, since he was still shitting in his diaper, running around. He was a youngster. Elian, you're quite a bit younger than us. That don't take anything away from you. I mean, you're still a cool cat. You're still my cousin. At the end of the day, he's a baller. He's a Barco, so he's got the athletic genes.
It was like
The most
the most
athletic,
athletic.
huh? Chill, bro, chill. I think we really started getting close. I would say that time we took the Colorado trip. You were always a little bit younger, so we just weren't in line just yet. But ever since we took that trip in Colorado, we drew a lot closer to each other. I think all of us really, and ever since then we've kind of just been hanging out. But that kind of started about what do you say, about 3 years ago or so?
No, that's COVID.
COVID. Yeah, that was COVID. So it's going on 5 years. I bet you like 4.5. 4.5.
when Elian was yelling at her to find a vape. Saying what? When you kept yelling at it because no one sold vape. Yeah, I swear. That's when I was feeling bad for nicotine. I was just like,
man, he was fiending. So backstory on that. For the people that don't know, the listeners, we was in Colorado, right? And we was going to Denver. We was going to all these stores. Well, this cat right here was feeling so bad for nicotine with his jewels, or what was it? It was Views.
yeah, those Views pods.
The Views.
The Altas.
This guy had us go to every single convenience store. And mind you this, he wasn't old enough to buy it. So he was having us check in to the convenience store to see if they sold the Views for him because he was feeling so bad. And we probably stopped by like at least like 25 convenience stores checking to see if they had Views so we can fix him up with this nicotine fix. And finally there towards the end, probably like the last day of the trip, I want to say.
The last gas station we stopped at.
Exactly. And it was like the last day or maybe the day before we were about to come back. And we finally found some for him.
Giant relief right there. Yeah.
Elian, take over, man. When do you feel like we started to get to knowing each other pretty well and gel?
I would say I started off with Ulises, older bro. Yeah, kind of came out the womb ready.
Who's the more athletic bro though? Let's settle this right now. Who's more athletic?
Okay. I got something for you. I'm gonna do it with speed. So I'm gonna break it down. So with speed, I think Udi was the fastest. Ulises was the quickest, but I had the most stamina.
Right. I freaking ran the 2 mile and cross country.
I ran cross country too.
Yeah, in like 6th grade.
7th grade.
Get it right. Thanks.
Did you do track in high school? Huh? Did you do track in high school?
My freshman year.
Y'all have 100 times? Because that's
Mine
where
was
we're
11
find the
flat.
speed.
Mine was 11. I was laser too.
I was a distance runner.
Okay.
Now
so
the real time is the 40 time. We got to run that shit right now.
Dude, just get me going downhill. I'll win that race.
Hey, just put your skis back and just we're red.
You're gonna call me Sonic.
Yeah.
We're gonna call you Blur, just red Blur.
Like I say, the most athletic. I think I'm the top, and Udi and Ulises are top. I never got to witness Udi because he was a lot older than me. But
yeah,
from stories, that's just rumors, what they say.
So I'll give you my opinion. I did see some of it. I played with Udi. I didn't play with you, Elian, but I played with Ulises some too. I was in between, so I got to see all of y'all. Udi had some speed. Udi had some quickness to him. He was pretty good. Ulises, he was decent, man. He's kind of slow, low key. No, I'm just playing. He has some skill. And Elian, I'll be honest with you. It's close. All of y'all are good. I would have all 3 of y'all on my team. I may have to give it to Elian. I feel like he kind of had the speed. Hey, not only that,
I had the power.
My boy's got a state championship ring.
He does that.
And he scored the final run. He scored the final run of the state champion championship in baseball.
Pull
Bam.
out your Skylar,
Hey,
pull up your
flex
runner
on
up.
them. Flex on them.
Pull up the runner up.
Had to.
I got one
That
too.
state means
Runner. What is that? The Texas Rangers?
No, it's mine. It's basketball.
The Red Devils.
Yeah,
It don't count when you set the bench, bro. Just saying.
easy, baby. Ain't no bench sitting here.
My bad. You was a starter?
Hell no, I was sitting the bench, but it was
man
good
of
for
the
the
year right
podcast.
This guy. I think that pretty much covers that, guys. What do you think? Unless you guys have something else to say, or we're gonna move on to our
yeah.
first
Let
topic.
me cover Skylar real quick. Let me cover his ass real quick. All right, so like Skylar said, to piggyback what he said, he remembers I calling the house. I do remember vividly picking up the phone, being like, "Hey, Skylar," you know that. He'd be like, "Ulises, buddy?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I called you Ulises, right? But at the time, I was a little too young to realize or remember everything what was said. But I didn't really actually remember Skylar pulling up till I don't know till we're living in the Alcart house, and that was probably first grade when I was in first grade or so. And so if he was hanging out with Ulises, I'm like, he has to be someone pretty cool. You know?
Yeah. I like it.
Always since then, Skylar was always cool. You know, I didn't get to see him a lot. It was from first grade to my senior year of high school, I probably saw him once. Then after we went on that skiing snowboarding trip, I feel like that's when we all started connecting. I was a little younger, but
Well, hold on. You remember that time you drank the milk?
oh yeah, I do remember that.
Junior, I don't think you were there, but we come back from it was break, right? And I ended up going to Elkhart, and this was when we were 21, trying to party and doing that whole thing, right? Well, Elian was there, and he's I want to drink. Well, we're like, no, you ain't drinking, but what you can do is drink milk. And so he started drinking milk for a flip cup and beer pong and all this stuff. And I can vividly say that when he take it, he's like, man, I'm getting full, man. And I'm like, there you go. Now you're drinking because that's how you actually feel too. You get full.
I drank a whole gallon of milk. He's trying to chill with it.
So how old were you when this was happening?
15, dude. 16.
Nah, I was probably 13.
Well,
I would say
what's
14,
the age difference between
15?
y'all?
No, because I think what it was is I was going off to college, and I think I threw a party. So I was 18? Yeah, 18. So Elian had it. I mean, not like we were
was 11, 12.
Anything.
I was 11 or 12.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
young.
I
He was young,
thought
but
we
he
were
was-
20, but all right. Nah.
Y'all were breaking them in with milk, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how he was getting his first party experience, but with drinking
Yeah,
milk.
a disclosure. It was only milk.
Only milk,
Right.
yeah.
So feds, if you're listening, it was just milk. So I will say my first impression of Skylar, cool cat. I think just like all of us, we're all short kings. You've come around a little bit more. I'm around Ulises, and then I'm around Ulises quite a bit. Ulises, I grew up with him playing backyard baseball, backyard basketball, hooping, throwing alley-oops to each other, playing catch.
Put off the rules.
We was dunking on this little short goal that he had, 7 foot tall, 6 foot tall, just wham. We were both sports lovers, so we'd love to hang out. We call up the crew from Surrey Hills, and we'd get together and we'd throw a game together, whether it was basketball, football, whatever it was. We was getting down. Liz has always been my ride or die since he was young. He was a little bit younger than me, but we was still homies, just growing up, bonding through sports. That's how me and Ulises came about. And he went off to college, did his little big boy thing. But once he came back in the area and we started kicking back together, we've been tight ever since. I'm friends with Skylar because of Ulises. We'd hang out and we'd vibe, and it's always been a good time ever since. And Elian, he's a lot younger than us, but he's recently started coming around. We've already gone some trips, went skiing together. We've been to Austin. It's been fun, man.
The next trip.
That's a good question.
And where are we going? That's the real thing.
Where y'all trying to go?
I mean, we can always do one of three things. We could be very active, we can go to a game, or we could just kick back and chill. Those kind of like revolve around what we usually do. Am I right?
You know I'm always down for Austin. You know I'm always down for ATX.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we'll throw it in the hat this year. We'll see what we do.
We definitely got to get some going because we're long overdue.
Well, hell,
For
we went
sure.
to Kansas City that one year to watch the Big 12 championship too. So that was a vibe too.
Oh yeah, that was
I-
my birthday. Yeah, Junior didn't get to go that one.
No, I didn't get to go that time. I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I had
that's
going
right.
on, but I didn't get to go. I heard it was fun.
Yep, that was a vibe, dude. We had like 12 people there.
Who won, Skylar?
Get out of here.
All right, fellas, to change the subject on y'all, let's go ahead and talk about our first topic here. As you know, there was a big game that was had not too long ago on Sunday. In particular, we had the Eagles versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Give me y'all's thoughts. Did y'all watch the game? And if you did, who were you going for?
Eagles.
Oh,
all the way.
man.
Being a Broncos fan, I couldn't do it. I couldn't go for the Chiefs.
Just to
Okay,
give
that's
y'all
fair.
just give y'all the backstory. Ulises and Elian are Denver Broncos fans, donkeys, shall I say. Skyrod and me were Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
And just to let y'all know right now, so we can get things clear, the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl next year, and we winning. We winning. Ain't that right, Skylar?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love the confidence, man. Yeah, we never gonna lose. Like I'm with you on that. And we get Dak right. We pay Micah Parsons. We get a couple things on the outside with receivers. We're good to go.
Bro,
It's a
wasn't
wrap.
that what Dak said at the beginning of the
It's a
season? though?
wrap.
Hey,
But this is the
Dak is
year,
nice.
though. That's what you don't understand, that this is the year.
Exactly.
We them
Yep.
boys.
Yep. Them hot boys.
No, I'm just messing with y'all. I'm more of a realistic Cowboys fan. I know we're kind of trash right now. It's not looking too good. We got a new coach, Dak. He's coming back from injury. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to be tough. I'll tell you that much. Back to the Super Bowl. So who were y'all going for? Because I was going for the Chiefs, personally. I was going for the Chiefs. I said, hey, I think they're going to make history. And I'm not going to lie, I am a Patrick Mahomes fan. I thought he was going to pull it off. Been there, done that type of thing. I thought they were going to show up, and man, did they prove me wrong. They came out super flat, and it was not good from the get-go. And just when I thought they were going to get things going, nope, never got it going. And a big reason why I was going for the Chiefs, too, is because my boy Xavier Worthy from Texas, we already know, which
He was like the only one doing anything for him.
he made history.
Yards.
He made a history for Texas, the
Yep.
first Longhorn to score in a Super Bowl, and he had two. Yeah,
was
two
157
touchdowns.
yards.
157 yards. So
That
that was
was
a
a-
big reason why I was going for the Chiefs too.
That was also another record, the 157 yards. That was the most by a rookie receiver in Super Bowl.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So big things coming for Texas Longhorns in the NFL. We're taking over, and this year we have 14 players invited into the NFL Combine. Get used to
Hey-
that, Skylar. You feel me?
Hey, you know how
Yeah.
many you know how many Sooners were in the Super Bowl?
Probably two that were playing. The rest probably were on the bench.
Seven were in the Super Bowl, baby. 7, the most out of any college that came from OU, and they were in the Super Bowl. So I'll leave that there. But I was going for the Chiefs, man, and frankly, just because I cannot stand the Eagles, and that's a real thing. Like, I do not like the Eagles, do not like their fan base. So if you're listening and you're an Eagle fan, the bird to you. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, we're gonna have to tell Corey about that.
Yeah. Oh, Corey. Damn. All right, bet. We'll have to get him on this podcast so we could talk about that in full.
Shout out Corey, man. Shout out Corey. Congrats to his
Yep.
Eagles.
Yeah, man. That's they did well. I thought Patrick Mahomes was gonna do something, and he never did. He never turned on, and that was the first time that I can see that he was human. You talk about these super juggernauts that are always clutch, right? You compare him to Tom Brady, Steve Young, Joe Montana, John Elway, Troy Aikman, all Dan Marino, even. These juggernauts that are just elite. And that was the first time that I saw him as just a regular human. And I was surprised, dude. I was really surprised.
It's crazy how you always grow up freaking coaches telling you, defense wins championships and stuff. And now with all the offensive juggernauts that you have, it's crazy. And then you have the Eagles that freaking sacked Mahomes 6 times. And I think in the first half, the Chiefs only had 23 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
But you never hear about the defenses no more, and man, you gotta give it to the defense.
That defensive line was just all over Mahomes. Mahomes
They
could
didn't
not get comfortable when he threw 2 picks in the first half,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and they didn't even
Two-
blitz once the whole game.
Yeah.
They were just straight up manhandling. Man, that line was just incredible. I think the offensive line was a little sus to begin with for Kansas City, but that just goes to show you that defense line was a powerhouse. They were
Well,
mauling them dudes.
well, it just sucked because the Chiefs also had no balance. I think they only rushed the ball like 11 times the whole game, so
Yeah.
they were just relying. They were relying on Mahomes and Kelce, and they did a good job shutting down Kelce.
Rolling the safety over and always having somebody on him. Yep.
Elian, let us get your opinion. You live in the Kansas City area. What was it like over there? What was the vibes in the city that day? I'm sure they were hyped leading up to it, and then super sad the following day. I'm sure you felt it.
Yeah. So just to clear there, I'm a Broncos fan, and living in KC ain't for the week, let me tell you. But honestly, I was going for the Chiefs just because I live here, you know, and like those past 2 weeks, you could feel the energy in the air, and everybody was so excited to watch a game, ready for game day. You know, all week it was just Chiefs this, Chiefs that. And personally, I was excited to watch the game because being in a city competing for a third Super Bowl, being able to three-peat, that is nuts. You can just feel the energy was in KC. I was fixing to go to downtown and go watch it at Power and Light with the city. I'm actually glad because it's pretty quiet.
I'm sure over half of the people would have left early. Halftime, it was a blowout.
It was brutal.
It was done at half.
Yeah, like now energy's died down, but I will say during game week, the energy was crazy. It was like static in the air. Your hair was just going up, you know? And the city was just thriving. The city's been thriving for the Super Bowls. Casey's bleeding red.
Do we have a dynasty in the Eagles now? Because they've
No.
gone to
Actually,
they've gone to 3 Super Bowls and they've lost one, right? What's that statistic? They've gone to 3 since 2000. Yeah,
Yes, twice in the last 3 years.
I think so. Yeah.
Twice
it's
in
a
the last
statistic.
3, they came
with
out with
one
right?
and
I guess that they're losing is their offensive coordinator, really. I mean, that's a big loss, too. But when you also think about it, I think Jalen Hurts, boy, he's probably had like a new offensive coordinator almost every year.
Saquon in your backfield though, and offensive line like they do.
I mean, yeah.
You hand it off.
Their offensive line is nasty. Averaging 6'6", 40 pounds each.
Who's on that offensive line? Who's that left tackle? I think his name is Lane Johnson. Where'd he go?
Yeah, Lane Johnson.
Yeah, but he set you up for that.
Lane Johnson?
Yeah, he went to OU.
But it was funny. I was watching a video the other day, and it was they were going around asking NFL players if a regular person could get 1 yard on 10 attempts. Every NFL player was just like, well, if they got the Eagles line, then yeah.
Yeah.
And that just like shows you how much respect everyone has for that line.
That's what I was about to say. It shows how much respect that everybody across the NFL had for that offensive line. And rightfully so, man. Saquon killed it behind it. You have that offensive line and you have Saquon in the backfield. Yeah, it's a wrap.
The crazy thing, though, is the Chiefs held him to freaking like 57 yards rushing, which pretty impressive.
Except for they couldn't hold the receivers to hardly anything. The receivers were all over the place. Hey, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think about Kendrick Lamar on the halftime show? Did y'all like it? Did y'all not? What's the deal? There's a lot of controversy about it. I seen a lot of mixed reviews online that said it was the worst halftime show ever. And then there was others like, oh man, it was a great performance. It was so deep. There was a lot of jabs in there.
Well, I mean, no matter what, you're always going to get that from both sides. And you'd always kick it back 10 years ago, you had rock and roll bands and stuff, and everyone else, you had the people that were like, oh man, this is awesome. And then you had maybe like younger generation that were like, this is garbage. And now it's kind of switched. Now they're playing more rap and hip hop, which the, younger generation is all about. And now the older crowd that watches this, like, man, even just me being at work, like that's all I heard about the next day was just, older people complaining about the halftime show and stuff. And I'm just like, man, you just got to respect music. They're not always going to play what's meant for you. Just enjoy the music.
What do you think, Elian?
I thought it was pretty fire, honestly. I just wish he would have played more of his hit songs instead of just like all his newer songs. Like Don't Kill My Vibe or Collard Greens, none of those were played. And I'm like, come on. He should have played more of those. I thought it would have been OP, personally. But it was cool. It was cool. He was throwing jabs at Drake, but I feel like I'm still Team Drake.
That was the only complaint that I heard from the people that did actually like it. Which I enjoyed it, and I like Kendrick. He's probably one of the hottest artists out right now with the songs he's been coming out with, especially his latest album and the last singles that he's had. Some of the true Kendrick Lamar fans, they were upset about the song selection, that he should have played a lot more of his jams, his bangers that he's released previously. I felt like he should have had a little bit of his older music, but then also some of the newer. My thoughts on that is I think he was too worried about throwing jabs at Drake and dissing Drake that he didn't do all that. You feel me?
I got two sides to that coin. So one, I don't think it was a performance. I think it was more poetry. It was just, yeah, it was definitely a message that was trying to get sent across. Because you go back to the Super Bowls in the past, you have performers, just to name a few: Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, Usher. These guys are performers. They're performing for people. Katy Perry came out in a whole damn lion, like riding it like a damn bull. You know what I mean? And I was all like, okay, like what the hell are we doing here? But they're performing, right? Then you have the other side to it. Y'all remember U2, the band U2? Okay, yeah.
We're like every iPad or like music.
Apple decided it was a great idea to put their album on every iPhone out there without even asking their permission.
Right. So like they're not going to perform, but they're going to have that spoken poetry. They're going to be able to sing and tell a message. And I think that's what Kendrick was about this time around. Oh, I forgot one. J-Lo and Shakira. They're high energy, salsa, all this, that, and the third. They got backlash for, shaking too much ass. So you're going to be back and forth with a lot of things. But yeah, I think that it was a good show in the realm of like the poetry. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he was trying to do.
You also had to know what's all going on, I guess, with him technically, like to understand it. Like if you never listened to him before and this is going on, of course you're going to think it's garbage because you don't know the backstory and everything else going on behind it,
No, and I did enjoy it. I did like the halftime performance. I did like the songs that he's came out with recently, and even the disses to Drake, even though that is Drake and Drake is my boy. That's my guy right there. But no, I can respect somebody that's got good music, that's coming out with hits. And like I mentioned earlier, he's one of the hardest artists out right now. But definitely he was trying to get a message across, and that message was just to basically diss Drake the whole time, but at the same time, kind of with his performance, he was doing some things like hidden messages with kind of dissing the government, how it's not united, and he was even bringing out Drake's ex, Wendy Williams. She did the Crip walk.
No, Wendy Williams.
It wasn't, or who was Serena Williams? Serena, my bad.
I was like,
Serena Williams brought out Serena Williams
talk shows
doing the C walk. And it's like, come on, man. We're just being petty. We're just being petty at this moment. I don't know what went on between her and Drake, but it's like, all right, you over here siding with all these people. So to me, it almost seemed like the industry is against Drake because they knew if they were allowed Kendrick to perform at the halftime show, they knew what he was going to do, what Kendrick was going to do. He was going to diss Drake the whole time. He was going to diss him to where, so it almost seems like they're backing Kendrick up. And even with all the Grammy nominations and everything, and rightfully so, he had some really good music. But how valid is a Grammy nowadays? Because not only that, like the Grammys, that's all politics. Where there was Grammy show where Drake just kind of dissed everybody at the Grammys, the voters, even when he won it. So he don't even show up to the Grammys anymore because he says it's just a scam. Like the people voting, it's all politics. It's who likes who in the industry. Instead of being other artists, voting for other artists to say, hey, this was a dope album.
Yeah.
It's more or less like the corporate people that shouldn't have votes are voting. They're the ones comparing the artist instead of other artists to other artists. You know what I mean? I don't know if that even makes sense.
Like the NBA it's like the NBA All-Star voting. They're going off I guess the fan base and not necessarily who's doing the best, If you have a bigger fan base, you're going to miss out on who's actually freaking balling out. Like,
exactly. That's how it is too. I feel like the people in the trenches should be the one doing the voting, right? Because they're the ones that respect each other artist, and I don't think they're going to side with others. They're going to truly have great judgment because they are artists themselves to be able to decide and judge that, nah, this was a dope album. They know the creativity behind it and what it takes to get to that point, that I feel like they have the best judgment out of everybody.
And I'll use this as an example. And I like this artist. It's nothing against this artist. It just didn't seem like it was maybe the best album. Beyonce won Best Country Album.
I knew you were going to say that.
And it, like, it's okay.
And that's my point.
Like it's cool. Like, I like Beyonce, but maybe she's not country. I don't know. I'm not in the industry. I don't know what constitute as the best country album. I listen to country. I know what it sounds like. I know it sounds good in my opinion, but I don't know if that one was correct. And nothing against Beyonce. She was head over heels. I love her in her own realm. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a little different.
But to piggyback off of that, so are y'all team Kendrick or y'all team Drake? Since, you know, there is a little beef there. Who you guys signing with? Let me put it this way. If you only had to listen to one of the artists for the rest of your life, is it going to be Drake or is it going to be Kendrick? Elian, what do you think? Let's go with you first.
Oh, with Drake. I'm going with Drake just because Drake produces like different type of music, you know? And like he could have like a hit that's just like you can listen to it in the club. Then there's other songs where it's like you can listen to it in a late night car ride. You know what I mean? Like the different balance of music he has. So I'm going with Drake.
For me, it's the versatility in Drake, right? You have R&B Drake, but you also have rap Drake, where he can get serious and talk about whatever. Like you said, he's got different moods, different vibes. He's just so versatile, man, in what he does. Now, I will say, and I will give Kendrick his flowers, he's a great artist. Don't get me wrong. I will have to go with Team Drake just because I feel like he's more fitting for me. He's more fitting for me in the music that he puts out there. Now, I will say Kendrick is the hottest artist out right now, hotter than Drake, but also Drake is not in his prime. Now, he's still putting out good songs, but I tend to lean more on the early career Drake all the way to probably mid-career Drake. And so from mid to now he's still putting out dope songs, and he's still a superstar. He's up there with Michael Jackson in my book, but Skylar, yeah. He's up there, bro. He's up there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to compare him to Michael Jackson, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, but
when you think of all of Drake's features that he's ever been on, the songs that he's got with Lil Wayne, Young Money, Nicki Minaj, and you can put him on any beat and he'll kill it. He'll put out a vibe. Now Kendrick, I feel like he's kind of got that West Coast. I don't think he can go to any type of beat, any type of artist and really produce a banger. I feel like he's got a shorter spectrum. Now he's going to still put out good music, but I don't think he could just hop on any person's beat and kill it like the way Drake does. Drake is just more versatile in his music.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna use this sports analogy, and I hope you guys get it. Drake and Michael Jackson. You just compared him to Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson could be a superstar in the sports realm, he would be Michael Jordan, and then Drake would be LeBron James. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's fair.
A lot of levels, like he's been to every, like you're saying, he's got on every type of genre and he can make a hit. He's gone to Miami, he's gone to Cleveland, he's gone to the Lakers. Like he can make a mediocre team elevate. Yeah, that's Drake. But let me tell you something, Michael's Michael. You know what I mean? It's a different genre. It's a different person, man. And that he brings the whole package with performing, the singing, and then the music in general. It was a bomb, dude. You could still put on Michael Jackson and it'll rock the crowd. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I think I'm going Kendrick. I'm going Kendrick on everything just because it's a little bit more, it's poetry. It fits my style. And y'all know, if it would be Drake or Kendrick, I probably would have said Kendrick for me too. Just because it's a little different.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and kick Skylar out of the podcast real quick.
Yeah.
Nah, so Ulises, go for him. Who do you got?
I mean, Kendrick, I love his music. He also has one of my favorite songs, Humble. Man, back when I was in college, my party days, if you played that and I was playing beer pong, like,
it was over for you. It was over for you.
Yeah, all right.
Nah, that's because I
I mean,
wasn't there.
I'm with you
That's
guys
because I
too.
wasn't there. But if I was there,
Yeah.
nah, bro.
I would have had you massaging my shoulder because I was playing so much. Hey, it's late. I'm tired. But
I would have wrecked you, bro.
you're right. I would have had you under the table trolling.
Hey,
If you were on my team, I would be carrying you on my back. Let's just say that. We'd be
speaking about
winning though.
speaking about under the table, did you have something about that?
Not under the table, but under the bus. I don't think we're ready for that yet. I like that take. So we got 3 Team Drake versus 1 Kendrick. But to be fair, I still love Kendrick. Still respect the dude. Dude's putting out some bangers right now. Him and what's her name? Caesar. Him and Caesar, man, they're putting out some fire songs right now. In particular, that 30 for 30. I really like that one. Have you heard that one?
I actually haven't. No.
It's Kendrick
Can't
and Caesar, 30 for 30. It's a bop. 3-1. 3 Drake and 1 Kendrick.
Yeah.
One ball out here.
I bet.
Outnumbered. Change the subject on y'all. We'll get away from that. But what do y'all think about the Luka trade? I want to hear your thoughts, Skylar, because you live in Dallas area, right? Obviously, Luka played for the Dallas Mavericks, and I just don't make sense of that trade. Obviously, there was something going on behind the scenes, but I don't know why you would want to trade a superstar still in his prime away and get, who did they get?
And Davis and Max
Anthony
Christie.
Davis. I don't think that's a fair trade, to be honest with you. You live in the area. What are people in Dallas feeling? What are you
Yeah.
feeling? Are you okay? Do I need to check up on you? What is the deal, bro?
Well, hey, first off, man, I rock with my Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, I really do. That's my first team. The second team, because I do live here, I do support the Mavericks. That being said, it was a gut punch, dude. I woke up and I looked at my phone and I had like breaking news. Luka is traded to the Lakers. Out of all teams, he goes to the damn Lakers. I go to work, dude, and it's headlines, it's news, and everybody's talking. Well, after like dust settles, like the real stories start to come out about how maybe he's a little bit out of shape, maybe he's drinking too much. Nico wanted to build a defensive team. So we get the aspect of defense wins championships. And we see that with the Super Bowl. But basketball is a little different. You need scores. So to trade somebody that is in their prime as a Luka Magic, to one of the probably the team that's right below the Dallas Cowboys in viewership, it's insane, dude. Especially when you're trading him for pennies on the dollar. You could have got him for Anthony Davis and 4 first-round picks. That's how much Luka Magic meant to the city. Now, my friend, we all used to work for like the Dallas Stars, and we worked for the Texas Rangers. So he actually mentioned something that was really important, just with the Mavericks though. He said, Dirk Nowitzki, he was loyal to the team, but maybe the team wasn't as loyal to everybody else. And it kind of made sense because it is a business. You know, they're going to do whatever is good for the bottom dollar. They're going to make sure that they're in the black and be profitable. Right now, they are profitable, but they want to go to another level. And that another level is developing like a casino here in like the Irving area, like a resort style team. And if they don't, guess where they're going? Las Vegas. And that, if you look into it, Mark Cuban sold the team. He has like 20%, 30% share. Doesn't have player operation. This new family that bought it, they're looking to do big things. They want to make some money, and it's all with like gambling and things like that. So if it doesn't happen here, they potentially might move to Vegas.
So you're saying there's a master plan behind it?
Oh yeah, it's very orchestrated.
It just doesn't make sense to the average person that doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes. Luka, he's one of a kind. He's still in his prime. That would be almost equivalent to wanting to trade, per se, LeBron James or just somebody that's a superstar still in the league, right?
Traded to Miami back in the day, and he was still in his prime.
That's fair. But we won't touch on that too much. But no, that brings us to our next segment. This next segment is called Under the Bus. So the rules to this is you're going to throw somebody under the bus that you feel like needs to be called out for whatever reason. It could be whatever, random. It could be the smallest thing. But you got to pick somebody out of here that needs thrown under. Who wants to go first? Does anybody have somebody that they want to throw under the bus?
I didn't think too much about this one.
And you don't have to, but some of us may have one.
Okay,
Hello?
Skylar, just say what you want to say. I can already tell Skylar's coming at me, so just let it out.
Uh-oh. Y'all hear that? Bus is coming.
Oh
Who
my
is getting
God.
thrown under the bus? Go, Skylar. I know you just chomping at the bits to throw somebody under.
I am.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
So I'll
Bring
paint the
it.
scene. We're back in KC, right? And we're tailgating. This is when we were going to the Texas Ranger game and the KC Royals. And it is hotter than Satan's balls outside, dude. It's about 100 degrees. It is hot. And we lit the fire. We're tailgating, grilling some hamburgers and hot dogs, Finally get the fire going. It gets lit. Well, Mr. Chef Boyardee over there wants to take reins. He's like, I'm a cook. And that's what Ulises said. He's like, I'm going to cook these hot dogs. Well, they get done real quick, right? Well, we're playing a game. We're playing beer pong, we're playing flip club. We're having a good time enjoying. And he goes, hey, come get your dogs. I'm like, all right, well, we're almost done. And he's like, come get your dogs. And then on the third time, he's like, you know what? Screw it. He closes the damn lid, dude. And I swear, these dogs come out so damn black. And it is so, I'm like, dude, what? Again, we're hungry at this point, dude, because we've been drinking for what, like 3 hours already, and we're about to go into the game. And I see it, and I was pissed, man. I was like, dude, why did you call us, man? Like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I called you 3 times.
Let me tell my take now.
All right.
So I ain't gonna lie, that did happen. But whenever the food was done, I was just like, hey, food's ready, guys. Everyone's just ignoring me. Say it again. Everyone's ignoring me. And take it, we're in Kansas City. We're no one there is from there, so we don't have anything to like put the dogs on plate or anything. We didn't think all this through, so there's no plates, there's not nothing. So I gave him 3 warnings. No one answered, so I was like, fuck it. I fed myself, and I fed the kid that we were with. I made sure the kid was fed. And
Wait, who the heck was the kid, bro? That's what I want to know. Okay.
So I was responsible. I fed the kid. That's not my fault they was over there drunk off their asses and wouldn't come eat. So I was just like, that's on y'all.
We had Cowboy Kool-Aid that day.
I think it was like a 12 or 1 o'clock a game, and we started tailgating at like 8 or 9, and the tailgate area wasn't even open. And I had a hotel room at that hotel across the street from Kaufman. So we was in the parking lot pregame in the morning.
Don't let Ulises go try to cook some dogs for you, man.
More of the story, do not let Ulises cook at the tailgating. He's gonna burn it. He gonna burn the dogs.
Just the dogs. Don't let him cook the dogs.
No
cook
glizzies. No.
Yeah.
He's a glizzy burner. Anybody else before I go?
Yeah, say what you gotta say, Junior.
All right. So here it is, right? So peep this. We got a little group chat going. We've been playing a little ball. And Ulises said, yeah, get me in that group chat. Oh, we're going to ball. This guy does never text back. He never shows up. And mind me, we've already been playing like 4 or 5 weeks, and this dude does not show up to come play. Yeah, he said he wanted to come ball. He said he was talking smack, saying how he's going to break my ankles and this and that. He has not showed up because he's scared. No, this is just an old man pickup ball. It's half court. Yeah, we're not doing anything crazy. And this boy Ulises still don't want to show up because he knows that I'll murk him on the court. I'll twist his ankle. So I'm throwing him under the bus because he's scared.
Okay, no, this one in my defense is, I'm trying to get back on my workout regimen, like trying to get back on that grind. So I've been going hard. Well, I have been putting leg days on my Sundays, and I ain't trying to hoop after that, man. My legs feel like they got 80 pounds on them.
Bro, this sounds like a whole lot of excuses. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get rid of Warzone. I'm trying to get rid of these chicken wings.
Let me say this. Maybe this might change your mind. This is on a Sunday, like at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., and we're hooping for like an hour and a half the most. So
yeah, work out at 2 on Sundays.
What do y'all feel? Y'all feel like Ulises has a valid excuse as to why he shouldn't show up?
Wait, is this happening like now, or is this like 6-7 months ago?
No, this was recent, bro. This is like
Junior started it maybe like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so we didn't do this last weekend on a Sunday because it was Super Bowl weekend. But no, we've had it like the previous 3 or 4 weeks. And so this dude's had like 3 or
4v4.
Yeah, it just depends how many people show up. But yeah, we've been doing 4v4.
Yeah.
So what y'all think? Ulises got a valid excuse as to why he's not showing up, or he's?
It depends how hard you've been going on leg day. you're going mediocre. I think you just need a few extra hours of cardio. Hell no, my fucking leg's been hurt.
Exactly. Skip the leg day and do some cardio, right?
All right, next leg day, you're coming with me then, Junior.
Let's do it.
Ooh,
But we're not doing that.
Don't do it.
That's the thing. No, I'm with it. But let's not do it like on a Saturday, bro, when we can hoop the next day. Like, let's do it like on a Monday or Tuesday.
I gotta get it twice a week.
I worked out with this dude. He don't work out. He's on another level. He's training to be a Marine or some shit.
This guy.
But man, I worked out twice with this dude, and I left sore than a motherfucker.
What did y'all hit? What y'all hit that day?
Well, no, we did the same workout. Like the exact same workout. It was like pool day, whatever it was. I remember because he's like, we're gonna do 6 sets of this, 6 sets of that. We're gonna do 5 here, 5 over here. And I'm all like, is this next? He's all like, oh, you're learning. I'm like, no, bitch, we just did the same thing last time I was here. So yeah, no, I was sore.
I did work out one time with Ulises, and let's just say, like, it was cake. Like, I didn't even feel nothing the next day. This guy don't know what he's doing. I was like, bro, this is what you're doing? Like, this is what volunteer firefighters do? Nah, I'm just playing, man. I was hella sore the next day. I was hella sore. But also, to be fair, I had just started working out again as far as lifting weights and whatnot. But now we got a good little pump in. I think we hit, chest and shoulders that day, Ulises? Or what did we do? Or did we do arms? I don't remember.
I think it was arms and shoulders.
I don't know. It's been a while. It's been what, like a couple months at least?
It was like early January.
Yeah.
See them guns.
something-
Let me see them
No,
guns.
I think it was in
baby.
December. Go for it, Ulises.
I thought he's talking to you, Junior.
You feel-
Yeah.
So all of us, we like to work out. I recently been getting back into the workout routine. Them weights, getting a little swole, trying to get like Elian. I see them traps, boy. I see you.
Yeah,
see you.
dang.
Yeah, they're popping right now. I feel like he just got done doing some push-ups or something, and he's trying to flex on us. Now, we're getting into our fitness journey. So this next topic goes to everybody here. I'm just kind of curious as to what's y'all's fitness goal for the year. Are you guys wanting to lose weight, cut weight, do more cardio? What are y'all wanting to do? I'm trying to get that workout routine.
Damn, you're making me blush, stuff. My fitness goal, I actually just hit one of my goals I've had for a while was to hit the 200 mark. And if you know me for a while, I've always been kind of scrawny. Finally hit the 200 mark. Feels pretty good ahead, but now this year, kind of just set myself to be the strongest I can be without really try to go over my limit. And I feel like my limit is like 210 weighing. And I feel like if I go over 210, I'll be like a little rolling ball. So, can't do that. And plus, so much about it hit, and so I got to dial in, start getting the abs popping. Right now, I got a little dad bod. I don't say dad bod, but got a little something there. But really, be the strongest I can be this year. Throw up different amount of numbers.
So you've been bulking since summer's coming around. You're trying to cut back a little bit. You're trying to cut it.
Yeah,
Get the
cut,
abs
but
going.
still cut.
Get
I
it
still have
cutty.
some abs. Don't get me wrong, I still got some abs, but they need improvement for sure.
It works for you though, man, because you're a little bit taller than most of us. Like, what are you, 5'10", 5'11", pushing?
I wish, shit, dog.
Well, I mean,
I
just being
wish.
200, you know what I mean? Like, if I was to be 200, I'd look like Darren Sproles out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, the other day, we're at the park and sidetrack right here. The other day, I didn't think I was going to be able to grab rim, but I just drop step and grab that thing. Being 5'8", come on now. Come on. If I had
some
a taller
serious
basket,
bunnies. He got that vert.
yeah, boy. Yeah.
At least like a
Yeah.
50-inch vert.
Yeah, well,
Dang.
What you got, Ulises? I know you've been working out for a hot minute now. How long are you going? About 15 years working out?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty much ever since like freshman year of high school, so it's been a while. But no, I've always been decently strong, I say, for myself. So now I'm kind of getting to the age where, man, I'm kind of figured out it's not so much about lifting so much, you freaking joints start to hurt. Now I still lift heavy and stuff, but now I kind of got more into like the cardio side of it and stuff. So, ever since January, like I said, I kind of been getting back into it because I just laid off a little bit. Usually try to get about 30 minutes of cardio in, and I can definitely tell it's been helping because, with the fire department, we got to do training and crap, man. And when you're on air and crap, man, like it's a different ball game, pulling dummies out, just kind of doing the training that we do. And
I can definitely tell from last year to now, like just now, like I'm not so much huffing and puffing. I used to, man, be on air for like 5-10 minutes, and I get out and I'm just like, and now I've kind of like I've been so much like not so much, but like I can definitely tell a difference because now I've learned to control my breathing. Also, while I'm there, I'm not just like straight huffing and puffing. So that's kind of more of what I've been going to. Is just kind of be prepared for situations that I may need it in, I guess, 'Cause shoot, man, you never know. There's been times I've been woken up at 4 a.m. You got freaking structure fire, and I mean, it's just a different ball game, you know. So that's kind of more. I'm just trying to keep them lungs healthy.
And cardio is very important, right? It helps fight off diseases, and the number one killer is heart disease. So cardio is very important in that to help battle back against those diseases that are trying to creep in whenever you aren't getting your heart rate up and elevated consistently. So, and for the people who don't know Ulises and just may know one of us or whatever, Ulises is a volunteer firefighter. He just there for the t-shirt, but we kind of give him his props every now and again. He actually don't get to handle the hose. He just gets to they give him a little water gun because he's not there yet, but he's certified with the little super soaker. He's upgrading. He's upgrading with the super soaker.
Super soak that out. Super soak that out.
We call him Soldier Boy. Nah, just playing. Ulises, man, he gets down. He's been volunteering for a little bit. Skylar, what's up, man? You got a goal in mind this year for working out?
It was no, dude. I made that decision back when I turned 30. I said I don't want to go into my 30s looking like the way that I do. And that's what really like flipped the switch for me. So really, it's just aesthetic, bro. Like, I ain't the biggest, I ain't the strongest, but just having the aesthetic and having the, like he was saying, the endurance to go do something, right? If you never know when an emergency happens, you got to do something. Yeah, so that's definitely where I lay. But like a goal, that's something that's been on my mind lately, is to consistently work out with that 185 range. You know what I mean? Like on bench, but not like a max, but working out with it. And then that pushes that, that 225, that gym bro kind of type status. So consistently doing that, I think, yeah, I'll be all right the rest of the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about you, cuz?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can somebody ask me, like
Ah,
how I'm feeling?
What you,
Y'all
okay,
don't
so
care
what you been
about
doing?
me? Oh yeah, okay. No, so at our work we get blood tests done with at our health fair. So I got my results back, and my cholesterol has been a little bit high probably the last couple years. It's been borderline, right? I made it a goal that I need to start working out more. I used to do it all the time, but ever since having kids and everything, you just kind of push that to the side. But now I'm trying to put that back on the forefront, and I've been working out, been lifting weights, trying to cut back, eating healthier. It's the biggest thing with me is just eating healthy, and then just working out consistently. Consistency is key. Balance is key. Just like anything in life. So, probably been doing that for the last, I don't know, 3-4 months now. It's been working out pretty good for me so far. So yeah, I would say that is just getting my health right. At the same time eating a lot healthier, trying to get my cholesterol down. Your boy's getting older, so you got to watch those things, man. We're not young bucks anymore.
Are you
So
taking anything?
it's as far as what, like
Like
vitamins or
yeah,
supplements?
supplements. Yeah.
No, I'm not taking anything right now. Just eating healthy. I mean, I probably should. That's not a bad idea for sure. Some multivitamins, a little multi-pack. That's what it is, man. With me is just lifting more, cutting back, get stronger, and just eating healthier and get the blood work right. Trying to get the health on track.
Yeah. Y'all heard of She Legit?
That's what it is. What?
She Legit?
Never
No?
heard of it.
Okay, it's SHILAJIT. She Legit. It's
Yeah, I have. Okay, now that you say it like that, I have heard of it. Yeah, it's like an energy booster, right?
It's a test booster. It naturally
Test
helps.
booster.
It's men's health, right? And so when you're in the gym or you're doing like this type of workout and you take this, well, it gives you that longer endurance. It opens up your blood, what do you call it, oxygen pores and things like that inside your blood vessels. Almost like citrulline. Y'all know what citrulline is? It's like a vasodilator, and it helps you just perform better in whatever aspect, running,
Wait,
lifting.
like in the bedroom.
I did say men's health. I did everything,
Okay, I
man.
feel you.
Yeah, so it actually increases sperm count as well. So Shilajit and ashwagandha is what I usually take. Ashwagandha to lower cortisol levels, especially because we have anxiety, like things like that, like stuff on our mind a lot of the time. Ashwagandha helps with that, secrete that cortisol to make us a little bit more melatonin.
So you take the Shilajit?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Shilajit.
I had a friend that I think he was taking that. I don't know if he still does, but I think he did mention that his energy levels was through the roof. Do you feel like it boosts your energy levels?
I know that I feel I can go longer in the gym, so I don't get as tired as I normally would without taking it. So yeah, I would definitely say it is. Even if it is a placebo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like the mentality of it still going through.
Yeah. So do you take that over pre-workout?
Well, I still take pre-workout, but I space it out.
Your boy
All
about to have a
right.
heart attack at the gym.
Hey, I got a lot of stamina.
This guy, man. Nah, I think we pretty much covered that. I want to get into this one. This is a fun little segment that I want to do. This one is called Would You Still Be My Boy? So you got to come up with something outrageous. Would you still be my boy if such and such and such? Who wants to take it first?
Oh, for it.
Elian, take it. Okay, say somebody, just call one of us out. It doesn't matter who it is. And then we'll kind of answer like, yeah, sure, or no.
I was gonna say like all y'all. It was gonna be answer to all y'all. Would you still be my
Okay.
boy?
Well, yeah, we can do that.
All right. So I'm offered $1 million cash, right? But all I gotta do is last one round in the octagon with Sugar Sean O'Malley. But it is on pay-per-view. Millions of viewers. Y'all still be my boy, you know. You had to handle business.
If you got knocked out, and we had to rush you to the emergency
I
room.
had to last one round for $1 million, you know. But if I did, he is a professional UFC fighter.
And he caught you with one early, and you was out.
Yeah, or he could fucking choke my ass out or something, make me tap.
So when you catch that, you had to last the round in order to get the money, or it's just as long as you get in there?
Yeah, but you can't be my boy. So say I lose, and you guys decide not to be my boy. Y'all can't be my boy when I get $1 million.
I would have tried to jump in the octagon with you and try to help you win that meal.
That's a tough one, bro. Nah, I got your back. I got you. I'm riding with you. I'm riding with Elian. He's got this. This. I think you'll probably last I give you 2 minutes, bro. 2 minutes. I feel like you can handle that.
Yeah.
I feel like you get a couple good punches in there. I think you got this.
I feel like your leg or something's gonna be snapped in 10 seconds, but I got you.
Just circle.
Just run. Pull a Mayweather.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? Skylar, you got it.
All right, and this was real simple, guys, because I know all of y'all have a tie to this. But would you guys still be my boy if I was a New York Yankee fan?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We can be acquaintances.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be as close as what we normally would be if you're a Yankee fan.
But then again, you are an OU fan, so we
that is true.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all rock with me. Hey, and for the record, I rock with the Texas Rangers.
Rangers.
And if y'all don't know, I rock with San Diego too. So I got them both.
We're not worried about them.
No, yeah. Damn.
So I just got a goofy one. A straight goofy. So would y'all still be my homeboy or my boy if I ran like Naruto everywhere and when I laughed, I always snorted in public? Would y'all still be my boy? Or would that be too embarrassing and y'all are gonna be like, nah, man, this dude's gotta go? Naruto, bro, he runs like this with his arms back. You know Naruto.
I'm not even gonna lie on that one. Adriel used to run like that all the time, and I'd always tell him to quit that shit.
So we not boys, is what you're saying. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
All right, we got your answer. You Skylar, Elian.
You're
we still boys or nah, bro?
You laugh.
I tried not to laugh.
Yeah. I'm with Elian on that one. Like your laugh would probably make us laugh. So yeah, you be in a crew.
Yeah, I'd be laughing, just snoring while laughing. And the Naruto run, arms back while running. Oh, at least adds 5 miles an hour to your speed, at least minimum.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good.
All right, Ulises.
If I were to pants you in public, would we still be boys?
In front of tens?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Man, you guys kept it chill.
That's a tough one, man.
Wait,
I actually
who are we in front of though? Are we in front of other girls,
Just they
other
were-
guys, like
Just they
a
were
whole crowd?
They were like at the pool. It's just a summer day. We're at the pool, you know, high school boys having
Oh.
fun.
is it
A
hot?
little cold out.
Is it cold? Now it's hot. It's a summer day.
Water cold though.
Yeah, that's true. The water can be cold, especially if you're here at the Guyman pool.
Yeah, no crap.
Hey,
What I would do is like you do that shit if a lot of people were looking at me, right?
you
I
gonna
just start
stay?
doing the helicopter and
Yeah,
just
you
try
gonna
to play
stand
it
up.
off, then just pull it up and pull my pants up and just gotta play it off.
Elian's over here with the light switch trying to say helicopter.
I'm just saying, like, if that shit happen, you know, gotta play it off somehow and just like go with it, you know, just you're already humiliated, you know, might as well
You know
just
what?
humiliate yourself
You
a
know
little
what's
more, make
funny
it
though?
easier.
That boy Skylar, he always used to get drunk when he lived over in Edmond, and he'd shower. I don't know why, but he would shower when he was drunk, and he'd just come out and just fucking start helicoptering.
Hey, so you know my answer. We would still be boys if you pants me, because I'd just be running around the whole place.
I don't know, man, because that's pretty embarrassing. There's a lot of girls, which the guys, I'm not too worried about the guys, right? But in front of a bunch of girls, it's like, oh, I feel like that's next level almost. Because the guys, we're guys. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Right? But with the girls around, I'm going to have to say, nah, bro. I'm cutting. I don't care if we're blood, bro. I'm cutting that shit off.
Yeah, yeah.
We ain't boys. We ain't cousins. Don't call my phone. I'm unfriending you on Facebook. All the things,
Dang.
bro.
Oh,
It's
that's how
all
you know
official.
it's real.
It's
It's
official.
official. It's yeah. Nah, that's funny.
That's good stuff.
That's all I have, guys. That concludes our first episode ever with the Boys Are In podcast.
Where my dogs at?
Where my dogs at? No, but if you guys are still listening, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. We're gonna come up with some more fun episodes. We're gonna have cool topics. We're gonna be funny. We're gonna give you some tips, tricks. Stay tuned with us. Lock in. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Like I said, keep posted every week. Every week we're gonna drop an episode, or at least try, anyways. We're still pretty raw and uncut. It's new to us, but we're gonna have fun. Rock with us. It's gonna be awesome. And remember, stay cool, stay confident, because boys are in, baby. Let's go.
You already know. Boom.
Peace out, my boys. Doses.